Once upon a time, on a Sunday morning, in the great hall of the Unitarian Universalist Society of Schenectady, there was an order of service and a plastic container. The order of service was pleased to be able to help the congregation know what was happening in the church, but she still remembered longingly what it was like to be a tree, with her branches of greenery waving in the wind, providing shelter to the animals who lived beneath her. She had felt very useful as a tree, and she was still useful as an order of service, but she was very, very worried, because soon the service would be over, and then she would not be as useful at all as an order of service, and would need to become something else in order to be of use, and to help her friends who wanted to be trees, not paper. The order of service had a friend who was a plastic container. Long ago, the container had been many algae and zooplankton, but then it had spent hundreds of thousands of years becoming petroleum, which would be shaped into all sorts of things for holding and carrying things. He, too, was proud to be able to hold and carry things, but he knew that soon he wouldn't be useful for this at all either, and like the order of service, would need to be helped to become something new. So it was to the great dismay of the order of service that the plastic container when a person in the congregation was very distracted and busy and put them in Now the plastic container and the order of service were very stuck and very sad, because if they stayed in the trash can, they would go to the landfill, where they wouldn't be able to be useful, to tell new stories or to carry new things for a very long time. They needed to get over to the recycle bin, which would take them to the recycling transfer station, which would send the order of service to become a new paper product, and the plastic container to become a new plastic product. But how could they get there? Maybe you could walk, suggested the order of service. But I don't have feet, objected the plastic container. Maybe you could fold yourself into a paper airplane and fly over. But I don't have hands, said the order of service. Maybe if you rolled over, but I'd have to give you a push to get rolling, and I still don't have hands. This is a problem. We'll have to ask for help. But I don't have a voice, complained the plastic bottle, which was really a peculiar thing for a plastic bottle without a voice to do, but nonetheless. We'll have to wait and hope someone helps us. Meanwhile, two people were talking together in the great hall after the service when one noticed, hey, there's a plastic container and a piece of paper in the trash. I don't think they belong there, said the other. And if they stay there, they're going to be stuck in a landfill for hundreds of years. And more trees will get cut down to make paper and will damage our ecosystem by drilling for more oil. We need to help them, said the first. There's a paper recycling bin in the great hall by the coat closet. I'll go put the order of service in it. And she helped the order of service over to the recycling bin, to its great delight. And there's a plastic recycling bin in the closet across from the kitchen, said the second. I'll go put the plastic bottle in it. Make sure you empty and rinse the bottle first so it can be recycled, said the first. I did, said the second. And she moved the plastic bottle over to the recycling bin. The plastic bottle was also exuberantly happy to be on its way to a new life. Then she walked back to the other member of the congregation and said, oh, look, there's a sign on the closet that says we can recycle. what we can recycle, including plastic bottles and jugs with necks, tin and aluminum cans, and glass bottles. So we should help not just this plastic container and paper to be useful and become new objects, but many other things, said the first. And we can even compost food scraps in the colorful compost bin in the parking lot. Hey, let's see how many things we can find to recycle in the Great Hall. When they were done, the person who had put the recyclables in the wrong container said, "I like helping lots of objects become new things and stay useful. It makes me feel useful too." "So do I," said the first person who had helped. "We're a tiny part of these objects' stories, but we're an important one, remembering their pasts and helping them have a future. I think I want to recycle as many things as I can." I do too, and I'm glad we're part of a community that takes care of the environment together.